Below shows marks obtained by 60 Form 4 students in an English test. It's column for marks, then the number of students. The first question is state the model class. So model class is the class with the highest frequency. And in our case, the frequency is the number of students. This is our frequency. So we'll consider the class that has the highest number of students, and that is the class. So the class is 50 to 54. So 50 to 54 is the model class. Part B of the question, using an assumed mean of 52, calculate the actual mean. So actual mean, that is x bar, is obtained by the assumed mean plus the summation of fd divided by the summation of f. We already have the assumed mean. Our assumed mean is given as 52. So we need to get this column fd. We need to get this column. So ensure you draw something like this table. I drew it earlier to save time. So fd, this is the column that we are interested with. It is the column. So we already have f. F is the frequency, that is, you can feed that 5, 10, 20, 15, 5, 3, and 2. So we need this column. So to get that deviation, the column on deviation, we get that by x subtract the assumed mean. And x is this column we have here. We obtain that by getting the midpoint of all these classes. For instance, in the first one, we get 40 plus 44, that is 84 divided by 2, you get 42. The second one, to get the x, which is the midpoint, 45 plus 49, 94 divided by 2, you get 47. So you notice that the size of all these classes is uniform, and the sizes are 5. From 40 to 44 all the way to 70 to 74, the class size is uniform, which is 5. So what we do, instead of adding 50 plus 54 divided by 2, we just check between 42 and 47. You can see there's a difference of 5, and that difference is the class size. So we can add 5 till the end. So 47 plus 5, 52. This will give 57. This will give 63. 62. This is 67. This is 72. So that is the column x. So we can proceed and get now this column of deviation. That one is obtained by getting x. For example, the first one is 42. Our assumed mean is 52. So you get negative 10. So this is negative 10. Do the same to the others. This one will give negative 5. This is 0. This is 7. This is a 5 to give 5. Then this is 10. Then this is 15. And this is 20. So now we have f column and we have d. We can multiply fd. This will give negative 10 times 5, negative 50. This will give negative 50 still. This will give 0. This is 75. This is 50. This is 45. This is 40. Then what we need to do is now to get the summation of that column, which is given by the summation of fd. Add everything, negative 50 plus negative 50 plus 0 plus 75 plus 50 plus 45 plus 40, and the summation will give 110. You also need to get the summation of this column f. Add everything, the summation of f. This is the same with the number of students, total number of students, which is 60. So that gives 60. Summation of f is 60. So now we can proceed and get the actual mean. Therefore, the actual mean is given by assumed mean, which is 52, plus the summation of fd, which is 110, divided by the summation of f, which is 60. This gives 52, plus this will give 1.83, and therefore the answer will be 53.83, correct to 4 significant figures. So we go to the next part of the question, which is the standard deviation. Standard deviation is given by obtaining the square root of the variance, and the variance is obtained by the summation of fd squared divided by the summation of f, subtract the summation of fd divided by the summation of f, square everything, and get the square root. So looking at this formula, we already have the column on fd, so we don't need to get that. So we need this column fd squared. So we need to get the square of d. And the square of d, we square this column d, negative 10 squared, that is 100, that is 25, 0, 25, 100, 225, and this one is 400. Then we take f multiplied by d squared, f multiplied by d squared, so it is that column multiplied by that column, and that we get 500. Next one is 250, this is 0, 375, this is 500, 675, and this is 800. The next thing is to obtain the summation of fd squared, adding the whole of this column, 500 plus 250 plus 0 plus 375 plus 500 plus 675 plus 800, that gives 3100. Now let's go to working out. Let us work out. So therefore standard deviation will be given by the summation of fd squared, which is 3100, divided by summation of f, subtract 110, we had already got that, by 16, that squared, then you get the square root of that. This gives 51, that 100 divided by 60, it gives you 51.6. 110 divided by 60, you square that, you get 3.361, and this, when you subtract and get the square root, you get the square root of 48.239, which gives 6.945 as our standard deviation. The last part of the question is estimate the median mark. Median is given by the formula n plus n divided by 2 minus cf divided by f, everything divided by multiplied by I, where L is the lower class limit of the median class, N is the total frequency, then CF is the cumulative frequency above the median class, and F is the frequency of the median class, Then I is the class size. So there's several things that we need to get. The first thing is to obtain the median class, and the median class is obtained by getting the total frequency divided by 2, and that one will be in the 30th position. Now, to obtain the 30th position, we need to get the column. There's a column we need to get here, and that is the column on cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency is obtained by, look at the frequency, the first one is 5. You go adding, this is 5 plus 10, this is be 15. Then add 15 plus 20, 35. 35 plus 15, you get 50. 50 plus 5, 55. 55 plus 3, 58. 58 plus 2, you get 60. So the 30th position will fall under this category. So therefore, our median class, this will be our median class. So our median class is 50 to 54. So median class is given by 50 to 54. And the limits of this class is from 49.5 to 54.5. Therefore, our lower class limit of the median class will be given by 49.5. Now, calculating the median now, using the formula, you get L, which is 49.5, plus N over 2. N is 60, total frequency. So it will be 60 divided by 2 minus CF. CF is the cumulative frequency above the median class. So this is our CF, cumulative frequency above the median class. So it is 15. So CF is 15. So this will be 15 divided by the frequency of the median class. The frequency of the median class is here, is 20. So we have already got that, is so 20. Everything multiplied by the class size. The class size, that is I is the class size. You can use that 54.5 minus 49.5, which is 5. So the class size is 5. So work this out, you get 49.5 plus, this will be 30 minus 15 divided by 20 multiplied by 5, give 49.5 plus, this will be 15 over 20 times 5. And when you work out these very well, this one will give 53.25. That is the median. So that is how you're supposed to work out that question. So a brief look at whatever we have done. So we started with the model class. Say the model class is the class with the highest frequency. We got that 20 is the highest frequency. Model class is 50 to 54. Then the actual mean, we gave the actual mean. So it's very important to have this table, to draw this table when you're solving that kind of a question. The standard deviation, we got it. Then we have the median mark, and so on. So that is how we're supposed to solve that type of a question.